Hello everybody, welcome to episode 18 of the Joel Homie Show series, Autistic Tuesday. Hey, you there! I want to remind everybody that if you end up liking this video, please consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind. And right now, YouTube says that over 90% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so it would really help, and with that... Hello everybody, I'm Joel Homie, your guys' host for episode 18 of the Joel Homie Show series, Autistic Tuesday, where today I'm going to be drawing Vox from the animated series here on YouTube made by Vivziepop called Hazbin Hotel. So today's video will be a speed draw of Vox, and today's video is going to be based around what I've done in recent videos, of course drawing characters from Hazbin Hotel, but what I mean by that, it is actually taking a lot of different photos and actually sort of putting them together to actually make one that I can actually sort of call my piece of artwork, rather than what I actually used to do quite a while back, where I would just basically copy down a picture on paper and call it mine. And I wasn't trying to really copy and steal artwork as it might seem, but rather I was actually just wanting to draw characters out of wanting to show appreciation for the series. But now that I'm much more of a I have a little bit more of a artistic sort of mindset, and I realized, hey, well, that's technically just stealing art. I like to actually take probably usually about 4 to 5, or probably usually about 3 to 4 reference photos and put them all together. So today's video is, or today's drawing is going to be based around having a initial pose, initial expression, and a little bit of a different hand pose that I actually want to incorporate, where he's actually sort of holding his hand out and the sort of like electricity actually sort of sparking out and going everywhere around his hand. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into our time lapse with enough of me rambling and see how Vox turns out in the end. Right then, and with that, here we have my interpretation, or rather my drawing of a Vox. So you can see that noticeably I didn't change many things about him, and now does look just as much as anything that I actually found as far as reference photos go. Like if you were to go on the internet and just search up a Vox from Hazbin Hotel, and you were to just scroll down the photos for just a little bit, you could very easily pick out the bits that I use, because with how new of an artist I am, at least actually trying to treat this as a semi-professional thing, I've actually very much had to rely on reference photos, and it's something that I'm trying to get away from, which is one of the things that I've been trying to do in the recent past, which is rather than just taking one photo and trying to copy it down onto paper, is taking many reference photos and actually trying to take like the general pose of, well, in this instance his hand, but actually changing up the arm a little bit so that it was longer in places and things like that. I've been trying to advance my skills as an artist, while generally teaching myself at the same time. But you can see here that there were minor imperfections. Like you can see, like as I've done many times before, I blew through the paper right here on his hand, as I didn't like it how many times it came out. And then we have the parts that I really do like that really aren't limited to obviously my drawing. Like his general character design, as I've made clear many times in this video, I absolutely love. His character design is just amazing. He's got the sort of like the static sort of, the only thing that comes to mind when I see this is sort of like the heartbeat machine that has the spikes going along there. I didn't really make it too noticeable due to the confined space that I had, and I didn't want to erase it and ruin it and end up having something that I hated more than this, or well, liked less than this. But you can see right above that we have sort of like the messed up antennas. Actually, I don't believe you can actually see those, but you can see that he has 2 antennas. One of them is sort of a bent, which it's just the small details that I really do like about his character, that shows that just bits of him are messed up and stuff like that. And then you can see that right there in his in the middle of his vest, or sort of like where I believe it's tux. I don't know, I've never really worn anything like this. You can see that he has a inverted sort of the Wi-Fi antenna board, whatever you want to call it, sort of thing there. And then as usual, I really do like drawing these little bits where you can actually see sort of like the vest coming down. There's just something that I really have grown to like about it. Obviously, with me actually drawing Alistair in the past, this is a slightly worse drawing just because it was done a while ago, but you can see that I did the same thing here, which I really do like the points where his arms come out with the horn ties, sort of spikes that come up off of his vest, which I did like as part of my Alistair drawing quite a while back as well. But you can see that I've advanced a little bit in the way that I'm drawing. Obviously, this one is not as proportionate as this one, with Alistair's head being, well, in my opinion, a little bit too large for his body, and his body also kind of looks a little bit smushed compared to this, which is actually a little bit more stretched because his legs ended up actually being quite short due to how much space I tried to actually make the torso look good. But enough of me rambling. Either way, I really like how this came out, as obviously with every time that I draw a character from Hazbin Hotel, I've grown to like the characters so much that when I actually get to see him down on paper in front of me and know that I drew it and it doesn't look horrible, well, it's quite rewarding as an artist to see something actually turn out half decent. But anyway, with all that being said, if you guys enjoyed today's video,